Welcome to EP Open House 2012 Conference on ASEAN Community, Opportunities or Drawback. I am Doldej from Saipanya Rangsit School, Pathum Thani, and today I am going to moderate this conference today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you all know, right, that in 2015 or 3 years from now on, 10 countries in the Southeast Asia will come together under the community known as Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN Community. And this very particular community will provide us a lot of benefits, but at the same time, there might be some drawbacks that come to Thai people. Let us first hear it from Ms. Itsari Kumtaviporn from Sonkulap Vityalai Rangsit School and see how her opinion to ASEAN community is.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a developing country. In many fields, we find that we are not yet ready. Fields such as logistics, politics, education, infrastructure, and so forth. To put it simply, a lot of us are still ignorant. As a normal man in Thailand, we will be clueless about the extent or the purpose of ASEAN. We are aware of them, and we know that other countries do too. People may say that because we are not ready, that's why we should postpone our joining of ASEAN. But isn't the purpose of joining ASEAN the development of our that? Well, think about EU. On its inception, all the countries were anything but ready. They were just recovering from the apocalypse of World War II. But look at them now. Germany is a top country. It's by joining together, pooling off their resources and talent, putting aside their differences, that they rose together like a phoenix. The ruins of World War II rose that time. We, Southeast Asia, are beyond this condition. How far can we go? The possibilities are endless. One vision, one identity, one community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Itsari, for her speech, such a wonderful speech. So she sees that Thai people are still quite ignorant about ASEAN community. But she also says that when ASEAN community formed together in 2015, we Thai people will together reinforce our development and benefit from the ASEAN community. However, I would like to ask Ms. Chamaipon Incharakimai from Satri Nonthaburi on what she thinks or what aspects that she thinks or she feels that Thai people really should prepare before the joining of ASEAN community.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to share my idea about opportunity for self-improvement. I personally think that in the next 3 years, what will happen to ourselves and society is people finally realize that we are not the one or the best, because there is a lot of skillful workers out there, especially those in ASEAN countries. More and more qualified workers might come to our country to seek for opportunities and jobs in particular, which means we cannot just chilling day by day. What we are doing now is not enough. We have to be more active as in every aspect, especially English speaking skill, or else there won't be any space for us in this community. We should start improving ourselves by speaking English first, because it is an official language among ASEAN communities. And if you can do that, I think it will be not good just only for you. It's also good for our country image, as we can prove that English is not our barrier anymore. One thing that I would like to propose is that it will be a good idea if English is officially announced as a second language in Thailand. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chamaipon, for her speech and her insight. So she talks about self-improving, especially in terms of English language, where it will be a medium for us to communicate within the region, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when we speak about English in terms of education, so let me hear it from Ms. Juthamasi Songkram from Rangsit School on how she thinks Thai people will benefit from ASEAN community.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would say about education. Education is one of the core components of ASEAN development sector. It is important for us to create a knowledge base on and to enhance ASEAN competitiveness. ASEAN also view education as a vehicle to raise our awareness and inspire the we-feeling. Because of this reason, ASEAN has created a lot of opportunities for us, such as scholarships. Have you ever dreamed like you want to be an exchange student? If you want, you can join the scholarships from all countries in our community, and you can get a lot of experiences, and you can learn cultures and languages too. The next program is university networking, which is very important because all the university in Southeast Asia will come and link together, and we can share, we can create it, we can have the same standards. The last program is ASEAN Foundation, which is very important too because we can exchange scientists, doctors, engineers, and a lot more to come to share and to make new inventions for our community. As you can see, ASEAN has given us a lot of opportunities and change to go to study abroad, to have scholarships, and to join the ASEAN or the university networking. We can get the benefit from this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tutama, for her speech. So since she talked about education and she said that there will be three programs.
Yes.
The first is scholarship, the second is ASEAN University Network,
Yes.
and the third is the ASEAN Foundation. So set education aside, what aspect else do you think we can benefit from ASEAN community? Let me ask Mr. Anurag Gatling from your
From my aspect, I would like to encourage more on the topic of culture. And I will not talk particularly in only Thailand, I will talk in the whole aspects of the whole ASEAN. United we were then, united we're now. 17 years it's been since the declaration, and ASEAN's amity is even stronger than ever. What ASEAN ostensibly exhibits to the world is its culture. But for it, ASEAN wouldn't be as it is today. 10 beautiful Southeast Asian nations wouldn't be this inveterate if it weren't for their precious cultures, such as well as other components. Culture is equally important as other major components that help construct ASEAN, because it's what brightens ASEAN. The audience of the world can certainly acquaint ASEAN more when experiencing this mixture of cultures that genuinely must be conserved. And also because of the fact that culture is a tool that reflects aspects of life and society, creating originality. So it's definitely a promising opportunity for ASEAN to prosper faster than any of us can imagine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Anurag, for your insight. So you are suggesting that culture is something that ASEAN promotes, right?
Exactly.
You are suggesting that culture is something that makes us prosper, and it is our originality.
Exactly.
That is a very good insight. So just to sum up this entire conference, let me ask Ms. Tian Tipchalok from MovingToAsean School, and let her list down some of the benefits and some of the drawbacks of ASEAN community. Please.
Well, joining the ACE, of course, there are drawbacks and opportunities. Well, the first thing of all, taxes. Of course, the tax, we have a 0% tax. That means that, well, we can compete better in the ASEAN market. And when we can do that, of course, our goods will be at a lower price, and so people will buy our goods, foreigners, of course. But for the drawback is that when, well, there is a 0% tax, like foreign goods will come into our country at a lower price, and no one in our countries will buy our goods because, well, it's, you know, it's more expensive. So they'll buy other people's goods. And the second thing is that the labor. We have really competent labor forces, but the thing is, of course, the good thing is that foreigners will hire us. But the drawback is that when they hire us at a higher wage. That means that, well, our people will like flee our country to just get a job outside the country to get a higher wages. And so no one competent, really competent will be left in our country. And so the money that we pour into education will go to waste because it won't benefit our country. And the last thing is the investors. Of course, we'll have more investors coming to Thailand because we have, well, we're joining the AEC. and we can lure them in by our tourism, because our tourism is top-notch. But the thing is, of course, when we lure them in, what we don't have is resources. Of course, we do have resources, but we don't have as good, as much resources as other countries. That means that when the investors come in, they will be in our country, but on the long run, they will move their base to outsiders.
Okay, so thank you, Ms. Tian Tian. So those are some of the benefits. Those are some of the benefits and some of the drawbacks. She talks about economy, the FTA, where there will be 0% tax. She talks about investors that will come into Thailand, and she talks about an effect known as brain drain, where people will go out of the country. So these are some of the things we have to prepare before the Asean community. And to sum up this conference, if you ask me personally, I applaud the Asean community because I see many potentials that the community will bring to all of us, not just in Thailand, but the entire 10 countries. However, this one saying, it says that if we fail to prepare, we can prepare to fail. And that is always up to you. Thank you very much.